Recording in
Oh, hey,
Here we go.
it's official.
Okay, watch what you say.
And,
All. Okay. Becky, Rid, Pat, Diane, Jimmy, Vogue. All right. Okay,
Oh,
Lee,
there.
Lee.
Jimmy is blocking us out.
All right.
What's
How are
going on
you,
here?
Becky?
I'm not getting any video.
Well,
Well, why not?
why not?
I'm trying to figure that out.
What did you do?
Have you got him blocked?
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I'll try it. You can.
Maybe I need to come back on.
Okay, try it again. Diane is both
Yeah, she's
muted,
always
and so
muted.
is Felice for
Yeah,
some
you
reason.
guys are in the dark.
Well, you know, when I opened up Zoom, it updated.
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So that could be a problem. Let's see. Let me see here.
I asked him to start video.
Well, all of
It
us,
says he's on.
all of us folks who
Oh,
didn't
no, it says
update,
he's off.
there's Diane.
There's Diane.
And
Diane,
Diane, you leave tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah.
You're leaving for Phoenix to go visit Jane.
Jane, Carol, and Nancy and I.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Now,
okay.
okay, I gotta ask. I had to go back and rewatch all and listen to all of the March music. And I loved it that we ended with the Marcells. Oh my God, Blue Moon.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
I tell you, that was absolutely amazing.
Can't believe they can even
sounded
move.
exactly the same.
Yeah, and they sound the same. Yes, exactly.
Where did you
Well,
find
They
that?
were ad-libbing or whatever they call it. But they, my husband sent it to me from somebody.
Gosh.
So we're always sending music back and forth.
Well, I'm glad.
He likes the 50s, the 40s and the 50s music
Yeah.
and the 60s.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Well, I'm glad you passed that on to Jimmy so he could get it out to
Yes,
everybody.
definitely.
Yes. I think we have a few other ones in the works too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
But
don't.
his that documentary on the doo-wop, that was fabulous. I watched.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to, I haven't taken the
Oh
time to
my
watch
gosh,
it. I'm watching it.
Yeah, you gotta
that
watch
is
it.
really good. It's good
Yeah.
info.
We'll try and get out of here.
Jeez, Jim.
Technology.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah, I spoke with, there's Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
Hey, how are y'all?
Okay, we want to
Y'all's
know,
fine. How y'all?
yeah, we want to, how are your legs? How are your legs?
Oh, they're still attached and I'm still walking.
Okay. So do you feel like the physical therapy is really having a good effect?
I think so. But I tell you what, I told him a week ago, I said, this treadmill is boring.
Yes, it is. It's boring.
And so, but they have 40 minutes on the treadmill and I'm on at an incline of 5%.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Wow, that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I
And
tell
so
me
can't you
about
do
it.
that closer to home? Can't you get on a treadmill closer? To
I
home?
can do it at our clubhouse, but my insurance is paying for these sessions
Okay.
and I want to
Oh,
do
I
it.
see.
I want it that they pay for 36 sessions and I want to do it with them because they're monitoring what I'm doing. I mean, they take my blood pressure when I go in, when I leave, you know, they've got, you know, all this criteria, which is good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So I told them though, when
Yeah.
I finish, then I can come to our clubhouse and do the same
Well,
thing.
good. Good.
Nancy, I'm a little bit behind. What happened? Did you fall or something?
Well, I have these terrible arteries in my legs that clog up full of plaque. And it's been going on for about almost 7 years. And I have had multiple surgeries. I
Okay.
call it Roto-Rooter. And anyway,
Well, you know, I have massive varicose and spider veins, and I told them the last time we met that I actually nicked myself a little bit on the heel on my ankle. Had to go to the hospital to get the bleeding stopped because I nicked one of those veins.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
minor arteries, but anyway, it's been a long ordeal and I've had all these stents. And so anyway, I have a new doctor and I like him a lot and he's the one that's promoted this. And, you know, it's not curable. It's because I smoked is what it amounts to. They say because I smoked. And because I did that, I'm paying for it now. But
Yeah.
I have a dear, close friend. She and I smoked cigarettes and drank a lot and had fun. She's got COPD and on oxygen 24/7. So I'm in far better shape than she is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have a choice, I'd rather do this. And
Now,
it's, you know,
How many years
the
has it
whole
been?
idea, they said, is
Yes.
Yay!
the more exercise you do and the more walking you do builds more blood vessels in your
Yeah.
legs,
Yeah.
which therefore creates more circulation. That's the theory. That's what they
Interesting.
say.
Okay. So you've been sitting on your butt too long.
No, not really.
So Nancy, is there a medicine that they're giving you too to help that?
Oh, I take blood thinner and baby aspirin.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
Do-
it.
Nance, do they monitor you to see if you're making progress? Is there any way they can do that? No?
Well, I have to go see my doctor next week and he's going to do a Doppler test.
Okay.
And which I've had multiple of those.
Mhm.
And I'm anxious because my right leg has been hurting. And when it's always hurting, that means it's clogged and that's when I have to normally have the procedure. So I'm anxious to
Nancy?
see what the Doppler says next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Nancy, when is it just your legs that are?
Yeah, just my
clogged,
heart's good. My heart's
Your
great.
heart is good, but your legs are clogged.
Yeah,
Now, my
it's my
brother's
pipes
heart
are
is
bad.
not good, but his legs are also clogged and they waited too long to do
Who is
surgery.
this?
My
Dwayne?
brother,
Oh,
they waited too long to do surgery. And so it's really painful for him to walk.
What?
As you know.
yeah.
And they
But
just told
see,
him
every
to
time I
walk
get
through the pain.
really sore, normally throughout these past 7 years, they go in, and I call it Roto-Rooter, but they go in and they put a stent in,
And
a stent. And
And
I've
it's-
got seven or eight stents in my legs. But the problem is the stent works good, but when the plaque builds up at another spot, then that's when you have to go in and do
go in
that.
and have that done. Yeah, see,
So-
they just waited too long and they put a defibrillator in my brother's
Oh,
heart. And
okay.
then they couldn't give him the medicine that he needed for his legs. And his legs were too stopped up for them to do surgery. So he's really,
How old is he?
I'm going to turn 77 tomorrow and he's 75.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Sandy.
birthday.
Thank you.
Are
That's
you,
like I go in about every 3 years and have them do a ultrasound on my carotid arteries.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
because a long time ago, I never smoked, but a long time ago, there was a little bit of plaque just in a routine test.
Mhm.
So I take Plavix, but I don't want to be going in rooted out. So I just about every 3 years remind them it's time to check them again. And they actually have gotten
Okay.
better. Then there was very little plaque built up this time.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
that Plavix, it worked well for my mom. That helped.
Excuse me
I
for
was
a
on
minute, I'm
Plavix for
sorry.
a long
I have-
time.
Dwayne needs me for something.
okay.
Oh, never mind. He doesn't need me.
There's Jim.
He doesn't need me.
Yay!
Hey, Sandy,
Hi,
is
Karen. How
Dwayne,
are you?
is Dwayne taking you out to dinner tonight for your birthday?
No.
Well,
Why
see,
not?
No, no,
Now
let's see.
he's cooking?
Wait a minute. Last
No.
year, didn't he give you some kind of a contraption for your birthday, like a,
Yeah, he did.
Sweeper
I don't
or
even
something?
remember what it was. That's how important it was. But no, we're going out tomorrow, actually, for brunch with my daughter and my granddaughter, who's driving home from college for my birthday, which I think is very
Oh,
sweet.
how
of her to
neat.
Oh,
do.
nice.
Yeah.
It's a 4-hour drive.
Oh,
And so she's doing that, and I think that's very sweet. And so we're going out then.
good.
Great.
Good.
Where are you going?
Well, we're going to the Cracker Barrel.
Cracker.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
It's just, we go to Sunday school and Sunday school gets out at 10. And really Vicky, do you know of a place to go for brunch here besides?
Well,
Pretty
the
place.
cordial cork was having them, but I don't know whether pandemic has changed that or not, but they have
I think
wonderful
so.
brunches.
Well, we've been there before for a brunch, but I don't think they are doing that
I don't know.
anymore.
So Old Richmond Inn doesn't have brunch?
I don't think so.
Well, they said no.
Oh,
I don't
No.
know.
I don't
Huh.
ever know that.
yeah, they probably just opened for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, lunch and dinner, yeah.
So anyway, it's fine. I don't like greasy food, so I'll probably just get, I don't know. A pancake maybe. I don't know.
Dessert, get dessert, Sandy.
I think,
Yeah.
I think you should get a big stack of pancakes.
Yeah,
I
pancake.
think that sounds good to me.
Chicken and dumplings are my favorite there.
Okay.
What are the dumplings?
Chicken and dumplings
Oh,
They're good. They're
I
good.
might do that.
on
I could do
mashed
that.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good German food.
Mine are fried.
German food,
Yeah, good German food. Mhm.
Dutch, actually.
And peach
Watch
cobbler for dessert.
Ooh, peach cobbler.
sounds.
I don't know.
Man, it's starting to make everybody hungry.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy, I don't know if you were hearing all this while you were trying to get back on, but so everybody liked the Marcells, and I'll be honest.
Yeah. Fabulous.
What was it? Was it the Renegades? That was cool.
Renegades.
That was
Yeah.
It was really, I needed that. I have been so concerned about the war in Ukraine and the world, just the whole world. I just needed that so much. It was perfect. Thank you, Jim.
Good.
The thought is that I still can remember all the words and sing along with it.
Oh,
But
I did too.
did yesterday.
What's wrong with your brain?
Yeah, but could you get down that low? Blue.
Yeah.
God.
I couldn't
No.
believe he had enough air to last that long.
Well, the dog was just listening, so it didn't bother me. I just sang away.
Yeah. Now, Nancy and Diane, we really appreciate you being on today because we know, what time do you have to get up to leave tomorrow?
Well, my flight's at 11 out of.
Oh, that's
6.
not bad. How about
yes,
you,
Not too
Nancy?
bad. Not
Me,
this
I'm
Nancy,
not
the
going,
other
where am I
Nancy.
going
He's not
tomorrow?
going. It's the other Nancy, isn't it?
It's
Who is
Nancy
it?
Mallet. Where
Oh,
y'all going?
Mallet.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Nancy, how the heck could you go to your doctor next
Yeah.
week if you're gonna be out
Because
visiting
it's
Jay?
the wrong
Where
Nancy.
y'all going, Diane?
To Arizona,
Oh, okay.
to Phoenix,
Right, to see Jane, yeah.
to see
See, that makes
Jane.
more sense now because Jane Ann says, well, why would Nancy Best want to get out of
Texas.
Texas because of the weather? Now, Diane, I can understand, but
Yeah.
but now we get
Okay.
it.
No, it's 75 degrees here today. It's very nice.
Well, yeah, wait till tomorrow or the
Oh.
next day.
Right.
It was so.
No, I had to
good
go
here
visit
today.
my
Oh, my
cousin.
gosh. It's beautiful.
So that was the purpose, was to go see a cousin who lives near Phoenix.
Okay.
I needed to pick up some stuff from them. So
Okay.
that precipitated the.
Well, when you're with when you're with Nancy Mallet, tell her we're missing her. She hasn't been on for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
We saw her yesterday on our Zoom call,
Good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. So everything's
which the
fine.
other Nancy missed.
Oh,
Alright. How was it? Was it okay? I haven't
Oh, yeah.
talked to Susan.
We
It was
talked about
good.
everybody's ailments.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
We did.
And how many hours did that last? Like 10 hours or?
Long.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
come on. It's just a challenge.
Yeah.
Amen.
It is.
That's why I like that Renegades. Renegades is a good
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
good example of how to just ignore it and move on.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's like when you look at that, you say, hey, whatever I got, it's never so bad that it couldn't be worse.
Mhm.
Well, I keep telling everybody my solution to the whole Ukraine conflict is to send John Ryan in. Nobody knows.
Oh, from the movie?
No, he was an assassin in Tom Clancy's spy books.
Right.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
that genre.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we would all chip in for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
kidding.
It's some sort of assassin.
Oh,
Okay, Gene, since Bob's not on here, you and Bob are the ones who know everything that's happening in Richmond. So bring us up to date.
He must be watching basketball.
Oh, my gosh. There's no Saturday Palladium item anymore. It has to be e-edition, and I've been 2 days trying to sign on to it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, talking about the paper, I got a letter the other day saying it was going up to $40. And you know, it's just a small paper anymore. So I called them and I played the age game. I said, look, I'm 77. I don't know how to watch it on my computer. If it's $40, I'm going to have to quit. They came back with a price of $29 a month instead.
Oh my
Good for you.
oh.
They gave you the senior citizens discount.
I was gonna
That's
say,
good
because
to
I got a
know.
letter
That's
that
good
it was
to know,
going up
Vicki.
to 20.
Is
but
that
they
a
keep
month?
taking-
Come
They
on.
keep taking everything out. I like the Amish lady on Friday. They've taken her out, and there's so much stuff. It's all ads. There's nothing in it to read.
Jeez.
Most of
Pretty
us
sad.
Most of us get a Wednesday paper, which is out of Cambridge City. But that, if you remember the old graphic newspaper, it's
Oh,
kind of like
yeah.
Yeah.
lots of local.
Western Wayne News.
Yes, it's got lots of that's where you get the local things, and that's only $40 a year, and it just comes on Wednesday.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Well, Vicky, it's a good thing when you laid that on them, that you weren't Zooming with them, because if they'd have seen what you look like, they wouldn't have believed you.
So you just
True.
told me the
There's
story.
no, oh, I'm the 77-year-old grandma. I don't know how to use my computer.
You might as well make it work for you if you're that age.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with Bob today that he's not
I
on?
don't know.
Probably IU Purdue basketball,
Yeah, I think.
Yes, yes.
They playing right now?
but
He might
you know
play
what?
later.
Yeah, I think
What's
they're
the score
playing right
now?
Oh, they're
Yeah.
definitely playing right
Yeah,
now
yeah.
at Purdue.
At
But
Purdue.
Gene, you're right. We should always be concerned if Bob's not on. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, when we're done, I'll call him.
but
Yeah.
that game's pretty hot. IU was way behind, and at halftime, they were just a few points behind, so.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, he may pop on before we're done.
I mean, if you guys want, I can probably call him now.
Leave him alone. He's such
Okay,
a-
leave him alone. Okay,
Jeez.
okay. Okay, so now Jimmy Hoke, it looks like you got a haircut, man.
Mhm.
Either that or your hair's
Yeah.
falling out. What's going on?
No. I try to grow my hair longer, but it gets kind of unruly.
I would like to see you in that afro again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
I don't know if I do that again.
Oh, gosh, Dwayne did that too, and he has extremely curly hair. I bet it was out to here. It was. But no, it's
I hope you got a picture of that.
Well, you know that
I do.
Good.
you guys refresh my memory. Did I send out the picture of Sandy with Deacon Jones?
I think you did.
I didn't get it. Well, I
You
didn't.
I don't
sent it to me,
remember
Sandy.
getting it.
Okay, Sandy, do you still have that, or are you you'd have to turn yourself inside out to send that to me again?
No, I could send it. It's in my picture on my phone. I can send it to you.
If you could send that to me again, because I wanted to share that with everybody, and I thought I did, and then I got to thinking about it. I don't remember doing this. And then
There was an article in the paper, I think in the last week or 10 days, a big article on Baby Huey and his group.
I'm gonna.
That's why I sent it, I believe. That's why I sent that.
Oh, okay. I cut it out.
And
as
I
well.
did send one to you, Jim, for some other reason.
Yeah,
I think I
you,
was asking
see,
you
what
if you
was
knew
it?
him. It
I
was a long
don't
time
remember.
ago. Yeah, it was a long
You
time
said
ago.
something about D. Jones, and I was saying, D. Jones, who's D.
I don't
Jones?
know him. Yeah.
And I looked up D. Jones, and D. Jones is a rapper, but so I knew
Oh,
it wasn't.
Melvin, he went by Deacon.
Melvin,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And he
never thought
plays the
about that.
keyboard. He plays
Right.
the keyboard. But actually now he's dead.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
died recently.
Yeah, He
Yeah.
died in 77 or something. He died a while ago.
Not
or
that long.
07.
'Cause I saw him and
Baby, no, he died before that. didn't he?
I saw him 5 or 6 years ago. So
That
when he
could be.
came,
I think Melvin died just in the past year.
it hasn't been.
Last year? Okay.
Mhm.
Could be.
Hasn't been that long. So what else, Gene? What else is happening? That's it? The Palladium? How much do we pay for the
Not a
Star?
whole lot.
Almost $80 a month.
We pay $80 a month for the Star, but I feel like we get our money's worth.
Yeah.
The Star is a
Oh, yeah.
really excellent paper.
Mhm.
I mean, it's really good. So. and
I
I-
miss getting that.
$80.
I mean, Vicky and Sandy probably know as much about Richmond as what's going on. I mean, they're always fussing about the Parks Department and the bike path, and they did put the bike path in the Depot District on hold for a couple of years, so they fought that enough. So.
Well,
Why
probably
was it
Vicky knows
closing?
more than I know. I mean, I'm in several organizations like Pedal and STEM and things like that, but I don't know as much as Vicky knows because she's been here all through everything. Well, you know everybody.
yeah, that's cute. I don't know I don't know what Vicky knows. I know nothing.
She knows everything.
She knows everything.
Everything.
Oh, that sounds like, what was it, Schultze? I know nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I know nothing. But, well, listen, one of the reasons why I called Jane is each year, she always makes a trip back to Richmond to visit her brother, Jim, and visit friends who are living in the area. And so this year, she sent me a message earlier in the week and said that she'd be coming back and when she would be coming back. And so I was wondering, so that got me to thinking, okay, it's pretty soon I need to start thinking about if we're going to have a luncheon like we normally do, when would we do that? And of course, we would, the venue that I prefer to use for that is Frank's Place. So I wanted to throw it out to you. Be thinking about this, that we would just, for whoever wants to come, we would have a luncheon on either Friday, July 22nd or Saturday, July 23rd.
Okay, I don't know, but I do know that Dwayne's having his reunion. I think that's the 60th. I don't even know. And on
Yeah, it would be.
July,
It would be.
July the 16th, and they're gonna
Okay.
have it at the Old Richmond Inn. So just,
Oh.
yeah. Mhm.
Oh, really? They're gonna, okay, yes, they do have a big,
It's a
Party.
big room
yes,
Right.
in fact.
and they're going to have it then, so.
So do you know
Tom,
how
who did
many,
you-
do you know how
Who did you
many?
say was coming back?
Yeah, that'd be, yeah, how many are they anticipating?
Well, they
No, I was-
haven't, it's Joe Ellen Bibbins who would know that, and when I can ask her on Facebook or something. I don't know if she knows yet, but I bet you several will come back.
Yeah, and
I
then,
would
so ours will be in
Next year.
2023.
Next year.
Yeah,
So I can let you know how this goes
yeah,
at the Old Richmond. Inn.
yeah, right. I actually went to a function there one time. In fact, I think it was when my mom turned 80. We did it there. And
Oh, they
that is a
always do a
fairly
good
large
job.
room, but I don't know if it could accommodate over 100 people.
It
I
would
don't
be,
know,
ti-
but they do a great job.
it would be tight.
Yeah,
But I do know that Jim Peters had his wife's celebration there, and there were a lot of people,
okay.
a lot of tables. I bet he had 100 people there.
Okay.
Well, it's not too early really to start thinking about what the venue ought to be.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you guys think that's goofy, I mean, the Friday night thing is always cool to just do that at Frank's Place. But then Saturday to go someplace like that. And so anybody, like those of you who are living in Richmond, I'm very open to any suggestions you have about a really cool venue for the Saturday thing. So,
Vicki, what do you think about Forest Hills? Is that too much or is that, I
Well,
don't,
Talking about Forest Hills, that is kind of some big news for those of you that know it well. The hospital actually loaned Forest Hills over $1 million because they're having trouble keeping doctors. So when a doctor signs up here, he now automatically has a Forest Hills membership. But they've just put a new roof on, they've done new siding, they just tore out the pool house, and they're putting pickleball courts and tennis courts in. Actually, I just saw it today. It's all gone, but they're making a huge thing where the pool house used to be and haven't put the pool back in yet, but they're just renovating everything. They're gonna have an exercise room and a lot of stuff. And they did this.
Is Reed Hospital paying for all that?
Well, it's a loan, and Forest Hills needs to pay it back in a certain amount of time, which I don't really think they can do. So I honestly think that eventually the hospital will own Forest Hills.
Yeah.
They own everything else.
And you know, it's very economical to join right now.
Well,
I mean,
seniors,
it's pretty
it's like
good.
$250 a month with no food minimum. It's a bargain.
It
Wow.
really is
If-
right
if
now.
you
Now,
use it. I mean, I was a member for 30 years and dropped out while I was still on the board because at that time we couldn't even pay our mortgage and we just lost our general manager. But they had a lot of influx of new people that bought in, and now anyway, everything's changed, but it's not expensive for seniors to belong at all. But if you use it, after my husband died, I stayed there for a couple more years, but I just struggled to use it because most of my friends don't belong. So, you know, it was just me going out there alone, which wasn't any fun.
Yeah.
Huh.
and I think that includes the pool and golf membership and all of
It-
that. It's very reasonable.
It's everything.
Yes.
Wow, that's great.
Unreal.
Yeah.
But what they do now, though, if they have a deficit in the year, they divide it up and everybody pays it. But
Oh,
because they became they're considered a nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
And so
Oh,
if you,
boy.
whatever that thing is that they're making up is actually tax deductible. So somebody's been doing a lot of mandating work and so forth to get this figured out.
That's great.
Well, that's
Well-
great. And I hope people will join and people will take advantage of that, because if they don't, it'll be gone. And I would hate to lose that for Richmond.
It won't be gone. It's just that Reed's gonna own it.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, they own everything else,
I
so,
was gonna say they own everything else, so.
yeah.
Well, you're educating us here because we didn't
Yeah.
realize that
Yeah, they take
didn't
it
know
over.
they had taken over all of Richmond.
Well,
Oh my
they
God.
kind of blackmailed, so to speak, the doctors because you couldn't practice there unless you were a member of the Reed Hospital thing. I know my mom had to get a prescription before she passed away, and I started to get it at the hospital. But because her doctor wasn't a member of Reed, I couldn't get it filled there. They were just playing all sorts of games, and now they've blackmailed just about everybody. All the doctors are a member of Reed and don't have their own individual private practice.
Really?
And plus, what really
That's
hurts
right.
is they're considered a
And then
nonprofit, so
That's
they
also
don't pay
why,
property taxes, I think.
Yeah, right.
no, they don't. But, I lost my train of thought. But that's why if you want to get into the hospital or anything, you have to go to a doctor who's in that group. And that's why they only see you 15 minutes. Reed saying 15 minutes, and they move them through
Wow.
there.
Yeah, and if you don't, you're gone.
Right.
Then you do the old tricky book, 2 appointments. My mother always
Well, you
had
could
to
do
do that because she had so much to talk about. We always booked 2 appointments.
You could do that. I think you could do that. Not
Oh,
back to back.
thought about that.
About a while back when I've had 3 heart ablations at St. Vincent's. And the first time I saw the specialty doctor for that, as a teacher, I asked questions different ways so I could understand it. And he kind of got mad. And he said, if you need to ask more questions, I'm going to finish today and you just need to make double appointments the next time. He was very rude about it. Then in the end, I stuck with him probably for 3 or 4 years and we became great friends. But that
Funny.
sometimes he didn't understand me asking all these questions.
I tell you,
Oh,
we need to get Rick Jordan on here today so we can bash doctors.
well,
Well, it's
I
not the doctors, though. It's really not the doctors. It's
That's not the
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah.
it's Reed. Reed's telling them what they can and cannot do.
The real benefit for the doctors, though, is that Oh, the insurance that they have to get for malpractice,
Yes.
Reed now pays that if they are a member of
Oh
Reed.
my gosh.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
see,
big.
that's
That's a
big.
big bonus.
That's-
Yeah.
Big bonus.
Ah.
Well, my theory about doctors is they need to quit practicing and they need to figure out how to do their jobs. I've got one lady that has had 5 hip operations just to replace her hip. I've got another lady that's having stomach problems and she has had 6 operations for the same problem. I mean, it's nuts. I
Yeah,
don't
that's,
get why they can't figure it out.
Wow.
You wouldn't get
Harvey,
that many tries to put your tax return in.
Harvey,
right.
it's good to see you, Harvey. And boy, have you
Hey,
missed
Harvey.
a lot, man,
Harvey.
already.
Yeah.
Boy, this was hot. Oh, man.
It was good.
Yeah.
Kind of watching that Indiana game, so
Okay, what's happening?
What are you, a
What's happening?
masochist or something?
I am, but they've come back. They're only a point down, so they've.
Oh, really? And now you're
Wow.
coming on?
Is it halftime?
It's midway through the second half.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Pretty good game, actually. It's been a nasty game. They're knocking each other down. A couple technical.
IU needs that win.
Yes.
Well, we'll keep it on so you can keep us posted as to what's happening.
All right, I got it on my iPhone here.
We won't be offended if you look away.
I'm looking down.
Okay. Now, David Harold, you have not been on for a while, and I know that you've been to, let's see, was it St. Lucia?
Antigua.
Antigua. So
Yeah.
tell us about all your travels and tell us everything.
Okay.
Okay.
We spent 10 days in Antigua. Very nice. Had a good time there. 2 weeks from now, we're going to Barbados for 10 days.
Whoa.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then in June, we're going to Cancun for 10 days.
Hey, somebody's got a pretty good life going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in November, we're going to the Bahamas for 10 days.
Sounds
Wow.
like
Oh, I'd say
lottery
that's
winner.
good.
So a lot of the vacations with a former boss, he's got a house in Barbados. He's got a house in Puerto Rico. He just lets us use it. All I gotta do is get there.
Oh, my.
Good for you, good for
Wow.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh, that's hard,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's
It's a
hard to
hard
take.
life. Yeah. I'm gonna have to retire so I can vacation.
So Antigua, where exactly is that in the chain of islands?
It's in the West Indies.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it was pretty damn hot there. We both got burned pretty bad.
Oh,
Okay.
But I usually tan a day later. Kathy, she's red as a beet still. So
oh,
Wow.
oh, no.
Wow.
she
Yeah,
was
wow.
wearing a SPF 50 and got burned.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Barbados, it's been years since we were there, but boy, we really loved
Yeah,
that
it was
place.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have a former chief petty officer that lives in Barbados. He at one time had 3 wives
At the same
At the
time.
same
at the
time.
same time. Yeah,
3
I got a-
wives or 3 lives?
3 wives. I got
Wow.
letters from 2 of the wives saying they're not getting their basic allowance.
Uh-oh.
I said, well, that's kind of strange. So I called the chief up and I said, do you have 2 wives? He said, well, I have 3. I said, well, you're going to have to lose one of them or 2 of them. But he has a house in Barbados. He had a house in New Jersey. He had a house in Hawaii.
Jeez.
Nice.
Nice.
He kept them all separated for 2 or 3 years. They didn't even know he was married to all these other women.
So do they know now? Do, they
Pardon?
That
know,
sounds like a book.
do the wives know now that they were one of 3?
Oh, yeah, they certainly found out. So he went through 2 divorce proceedings.
Uh-huh.
But can't you go to jail for that?
I would have thought the Navy might have tossed him out, but they didn't.
Huh.
If you live in Utah, you can do it, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's true.
he could have had them all move there.
Yeah.
Dave, surely he did not do all of this on his chief petty officer comp.
Well, I don't know.
Wow.
He must have managed it some way. I don't know.
He had to have something on his side going besides the wives.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my God.
that-
He might have had the wives working. I don't know.
Well, how was his place in Barbados?
Or
Have you been
his house is beautiful. It's up on a hilltop, overlooks the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How amazing.
Now Barbados is down there a ways and a little
off
bit
of
further
Africa.
out, but it would be pretty warm. One of the things that we really like about St. Croix is that the temperature is always anywhere between 78 and 82 year round.
Yeah, we like St. Croix too.
That's nice.
And it's,
I was in Barbados when I was in the Navy. That's the last time I seen it. It's a beautiful island.
Yes.
yes, it is. Yeah.
Does
Not so-
anybody know about Judy Herbst? Is she okay? She hasn't been on here for a while.
No, I haven't.
Is Judy doing all right?
Do you, Diane or Nancy, do you know anything about Judy?
No, I don't. Diane.
Yeah, she was on
yes-
yesterday.
Was she?
She's
Okay,
doing well.
good.
Good.
Great. She's fine. Maybe she has other kids,
Oh,
grandchildren.
yeah, I was
Yes.
not expecting this many today
No.
because I got I had a number of messages that, hey, we got to do this, I got to do that. Susie's good doing something. Rick Putoff.
Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be on you.
I spent a half an hour yesterday with Rick.
He probably doesn't know what
If
time
you
zone it
recall the
is.
last time we were on, he couldn't get his video to work and he has a brand new Mac. And so he called me yesterday or he left me a message. He said, hey, could you help me? I said, okay. I don't know if I can help you, but I'll try. So at 4:45, and I think maybe it was over with at 5:30.
Yeah, he was
Trying to
on there
get it. And
forever.
finally I said, you know what? I said, I thought you had an iPad. He says, oh yeah, I've got an iPad. I said, well then forget this Mac, just do it on the iPad. And as soon as he got his iPad out,
It
boom,
worked.
right away.
Yeah, it worked right
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
much
don't-
easier.
So Jim, what was happening when you couldn't get your video to work? What was going on? Do you know?
I think my camera somehow turned off because I went back. I've got a basic web conferencing thing on my backup computer system, and it went in there, and I was showing no video. So then I turned it on,
Okay.
and I turned the whole thing on.
Well, he thought this is a new Mac and he thinks that the camera was on because he said, well, there's a green light. And I said, well,
That could just
Then,
make things
you know
on,
what?
period.
then you need to take this thing to the Apple store because your camera is not working on your computer.
It could be that the video was on, but it was mute. It was not turned on, to be broadcast.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to turn on the video and look at yourself. Then
Yeah.
you know what's on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he couldn't do it. He couldn't get
He
it to
couldn't
do
do
it. And he was hoping that I'd figure that out for him. He thought it was a Zoom problem, but I don't think it is.
No, not a Zoom.
No,
So,
Jim, are you back home yet?
nope.
No?
I'm still here till about May 1st, 2nd or 3rd, somewhere in there.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Go back to different weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually 70 here today for all of you those that are in Indiana.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
The
And
70s.
it's very, very windy. I was out.
Yeah.
yeah,
I saw Vicky. My hair was crazy, so I had to glue it down before I got on here. The hairspray. I mean, it was crazy.
we would love to see you with
Yeah.
crazy hair,
Yeah.
Sandy. I wish you wouldn't have done that.
So Felice, I want to know if you're home alone yet.
Oh, good question, Jane Ann. Yeah, everybody left on the 18th.
Okay.
And I vacuumed the house multiple times because there were two huge dogs with really, really
Oh, my
long
God.
hair,
Oh,
and a
very
lot
good.
of it.
Yeah.
So, but anyhow, they're gone, and I miss them.
Yeah.
But we had a great time.
That's
And
good.
they went to St. Martin, for the business trip. My son and his wife, they had never been there before.
Oh my God.
They said it's gorgeous, but not as pretty as maybe some of the other
Huh.
places they have been, like St.
Yeah.
John.
Right.
yeah.
I don't know.
I like St. John the best.
That's what
I
they
do.
said. They like it the best too. So anyhow, so
And-
it's gonna be quiet here for a while, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know. It's kind of, I will tell you that I got on Nextdoor, which I don't know if y'all have that where you
Yeah.
are, but it's, you know what it is. And I asked people if anybody had trikes or big wheels or toys that they weren't using that I could borrow. Because 2 weeks is a really long time with no school and little kids.
Right.
People were great. My whole living room was filled with stuff. And my grandkids had never seen a big wheel. I think
Oh
maybe
my
kids
God.
don't use
Really?
those anymore. They loved it. They were
Oh.
so excited. So that was fun. I'm glad I did
Oh,
that.
that's amazing.
So
Yeah,
I wonder what year the big wheel came out.
I don't know. My kids used to love them, but that would have been
Oh.
70s.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
Me too.
they
Well, I
actually
guess that
broke
is-
it down so that one tire was
70s.
Well,
We
my
bought-
son's
Are they
40, my
rose-things?
youngest is 41, and I remember getting him one when he was 4 years old, I think. So we lived in an apartment at the time, and my other son put it together. The first thing he did was get on it and ride it right down the apartment steps, about 20 steps.
Oh,
Oh my.
Threw him off, but it didn't hurt him. But so it's been a while.
Yeah, they were fun. I mean, the kids loved it.
It's hard to believe then that big wheel is an antique.
I
Yeah.
know.
gosh.
You know,
And
the
Well,
big thing,
you know, they're
big
so
thing now with kids is Striders.
Striders, yeah.
It's the bike, yeah, with no pedals. And basically to help them learn balance.
okay.
Hmm.
Well, you know, Jim, I got one of those also,
Yeah.
borrowed one of those. They had never seen one. They
There
they
you
really
go.
struggled with that one.
Oh, yeah.
okay, Bobby Van Pelt's
Here he
coming
comes.
on.
There he comes. He's gonna-
Yeah.
I've been watching the
We'll
game.
tell- We're gonna tell
Okay.
Gene, we'll tell him that
Game
you were
over?
asking. That you were concerned. So is the game over then? Does this mean the
Now
game?
they're up one, still going.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, about 7.5 minutes ago.
Bobby, I can't believe you and Harvey come on when finally IU gets close and you come on.
Tom, it was a real decision, I tell you that. That's why I waited.
I bet.
I actually deleted the link when I was watching the ball game. I said, shit, I'm not gonna do that today. And then I asked you for it again, so thanks.
Well, I want you to know that Jean wanted to know where you were. She was
Yeah.
very concerned because you're always on.
Yeah.
And I said, well, it's probably because of the IU Purdue game.
Uh-huh.
Well, and then the IU women are playing. They're just starting at Indianapolis now, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing Ohio State, the #1 seed, Tom, and they've got a great team, and anybody interested, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter Kelly, who works for IU, was up there all weekend, all week actually, starting Tuesday or Wednesday. And then she just Zoomed. I just had a message from her about how great the game was.
So what
Is
does
this-
the IU women, what station is that on? Do you know?
It's on Big Ten Network.
Big
It's the
Ten,
Big
okay.
Ten tournament from Indy, Tom.
Okay, yeah.
Was this the Big
It's been
Ten
at,
tournament?
Yeah.
For the women.
The women.
Yeah,
No, but for the men.
yeah. Women
No.
are rated number
Yeah.
5 in the nation, I think, right now.
Yeah.
And Ohio State's the #1 seed, so they're right there, top 3 or 4.
Yeah. So when we're all done here, we need to all
Yeah.
bring that up. And for those of you who are right now, some of you may be Purdue fans, I don't know, but for the IU fans, you need to watch the women. I've got
Yeah,
to.
no, it's amazing, and they've done a heck of a job, Tom. They've got a coach and 3 or 4 players that are absolutely great people and great athletes.
Let's see where.
They've run some side stories during the week on Indiana's athletic website. Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are the men doing? Come on, tell us. You were watching.
Still up one,
Okay. God, this will be
7.5 to go.
Well,
Oh,
real quickly on the IU women,
Yeah,
if you guys watch IU basketball or listen to it on the radio, you're going to hear ads all the time about Smithville. And Smithville is a telecommunications
it down.
company today. It used to be way back in the day just a telephone company, but today it's
Ellettsville, Indiana, wasn't it, Tom?
yeah, Ellettsville, Indiana.
Yeah.
And they've been a client of ours for years. And the CEO her name is Darby McCarty. In fact, she's our age. She graduated though I think she went to high school in Bloomington. I'm not sure. Maybe it was in Ellettsville. But of course, she went to IU and she majored in music. believe it or not, but she's been the CEO. It's a family business. And, I think her grandfather started it, and then her mom and dad ran it. And both of them, when they passed away, then she took over. And she's been running it since about the year 2000, so about 20 years. Has done a great job for it. But anyway, she is they are a big time contributor to IU, period, but then definitely IU women's basketball. And she's always at all the games, and she usually sits down there on the bench.
Yeah.
That'll tell you how much.
She and my daughter Kelly, hey, Tommy,
That's a big
she
check.
and my daughter Kelly were side by side the other day at the IU game.
Oh, okay.
Right next to each other, yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter Kelly was with her daughter Mason, and
Yeah.
she's got a daughter about the same age or something with the Bloomington South.
Yeah. So anyway,
So,
okay. Now,
So
Becky.
Are you ahead now?
Still up one.
they're ahead by
Oh,
2.
by 2.
Okay, keep us posted. Now,
6:52,
Becky.
6 minutes now.
Yes.
Oh, we got 6 minutes to go?
Oh, gee.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a nail biter. Okay, Becky, tell us what's been happening, and then at some point, if you can update us on Bobby Ridgway. That I felt so bad that I did then, after you mentioned it, that you did tell us about that.
Uh-huh.
That he had COVID back maybe when he first got it, and then we just kind of forgot. And then when he got on last time, it's like, whoa, man, I couldn't believe that. So how, first of all, how you doing? What's happening out there in West Texas? And
Well, we're doing fine. And of course, the weather's a roller coaster.
It is everywhere.
Beginning of last week, it was, I went walking, it was 81 degrees and it was, almost sweltering. And next day, it dropped 50 degrees. And so you stayed in and bundled up and had hot soup. And now today we're up to 77.
Okay.
So, I mean, we just like this.
Yeah.
And nothing else is happening except my son got an iPad. So now he's all excited about that. And as far as Bob goes, I called him that night. We had a long conversation and he's doing fine. I mean, he's, because I haven't talked to him since then.
okay,
But he said that it was a pretty rough way to go.
oh, sound like it.
Yeah, and he said that I think part of the reason why he never got a vaccine was because his doctor said not to because he was already compromised. I mean, he had other things going that he was afraid that the vaccine would give him problems, but I guess you have to kind of weigh the differences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he said his son was worse than he was.
yeah.
And they were 3 doors apart in the hospital.
And they had to shut down the business.
Yeah. For a while, but he's back. The business is back up now.
Yeah.
And his son still doesn't have taste,
Wow.
or smell. And he says he goes into the shop and says, "Ooh, what's the smell?" He might smell gasoline or something like that. And his son says, "Well, I don't smell anything."
Yeah.
So, but hopefully now he's better, getting better.
Yes.
Yeah, and hopefully they won't be what they call long haulers, where they just,
Long COVID.
ever get over it.
Long COVID.
Well, my son had something. We both did. I was fully vaxxed and he's had one Johnson & Johnson.
Mhm.
And he never got a booster, but he got something and it took him about 2 weeks to get taste back.
Oh, he probably did get it.
So he probably had it. He probably got it.
'Cause I don't know anything else that does that to you, taste and smell.
Right.
Not either.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
he's finally got it back because we went somewhere. I think, we got some sub sandwiches the other day and he said he could taste it.
Okay.
So
Good.
Good.
he's back on the mend. My
Okay.
other son and his wife took me out to lunch today, so I felt,
Oh, right.
and I brought home leftovers since I'm going to be by myself for supper. So I
Good.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
good
have to
deal.
cook.
So what are you having then? What you have?
Chinese,
Okay.
Okay.
fried rice and moo gai pan.
Okay. All right. Okay.
My favorite order, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I was thinking about you. We have a good friend and neighbor, and he had gone out to West Texas, and I'm trying to remember, what's the name of the town or fairly
Was
large?
it El Paso?
El
He
Paso.
flew into El
That's
Paso.
way West Texas. This is West.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah, and he went out there with he has 4 sons. He went out to go on a hunting trip with 2 of his sons.
Hunting for quail.
Quail hunt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he
Great
said he
trip.
was just flabbergasted. He said, I didn't know Texas had mountains.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I was just cracking up.
Yeah, we went out to West Texas, went to Carlsbad and then went down to South or Big Bend.
Uh-huh.
And that was my first time seeing the mountains. And I was a little bit flabbergasted at that time, that thinking that I thought it was all flat.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think if people have not been out there, their picture of it in their mind is that it would be flat and a lot
Oh,
of,
yeah.
Mhm.
the tumbleweeds and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolling around down, just flat, But anyway, so I was thinking about you,
Yeah,
and I
that
was cracking up when he
was
was talking
funny.
about that. And he had a great time. And he actually shot one quail.
They hunted for 3 days. They hunted for 3 days, and he got one, and one of the boys got one, and that was it.
Mm.
My son goes dove hunting, and he went out to some property. He hunted and hunted for dove. He came back and looked out our back door. There's about maybe 100 of them out in the backyard.
Oh, my
my
goodness.
But we're in a neighborhood, so you couldn't shoot them. So,
Diane did.
Oh, yeah.
We just lost Diane. She probably
She
had.
had something else to do.
Oh, yeah, and Christy was going to work outside all day because she was planning for this good weather.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
I did work outside quite a bit of the time, but
so what's it? Now you're kind of looks like you're bundled up there, Harvey. What's the temperature out there?
No, I was out for actually a little walk this morning around this reservoir. It was pretty chilly. It was 45, but it's warmed up now. It's nice.
Okay.
And we're around probably high 50s,
Oh,
60
good.
degrees maybe.
Well, I can't remember what we've been talking about, but in here today in Indiana, we may be breaking a record because the record I think is 75 in Indianapolis, and my watch says it's 75. So we're
Wow.
tying the record.
Wow.
Okay, Bob, Harvey, what's the score? What's happening? How much
Down
time?
one.
How much time?
59, 58, a little less than 4 minutes. Just one under 4 minute
that
timeout.
can happen in 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Woo. This is scary.
That's under 4 TV timeout, wasn't it, Harvey?
Yeah, there's all these timeouts, but you're right. It's, I think right at 10 or
I think
4.
that's one of the mandatories.
They got one guy that's playing great, and then he got hurt a little bit. And Purdue's got a guy 7'4".
Oh, my gosh.
You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
guard that guy.
They always have some big guy like that.
7'4", so yeah.
Yeah. So
Tom,
that-
when you were talking about July, was that for this year, get together?
yeah,
The July
each year,
22nd, 23rd?
yeah, each year in between the 5-year big reunions, we just
Right.
had a luncheon. And so this year, unless nobody wants to do a luncheon, but we always have done one.
No, yeah.
And it's not, trust me, it's not hard for me to do anymore. The whole Zoom thing where it took a while to find everybody.
Yeah.
But now that we have found everybody and we know we've got good emails because
Yeah.
they're not kicking back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going out to 120 people.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Well, we
Yeah.
appreciate you doing all of that.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
It's
yeah.
a lot of
Well, a
work.
lot of people help, but
Yes.
anyway, that was always the hardest part
Yeah.
of doing a reunion was trying to find everybody, and getting the word
Right.
out.
Yeah.
And Nancy remembers, and some of the others of you,
Mhm.
where that one time, I think it was for the 50th.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh my
50th.
gosh. And we divided that
Yes.
up and everybody took about 20 names.
Tried to find
Tried to
them.
find people.
Oh, yeah.
But it's paid off over the years. We've been
Oh,
able
yeah.
to find more and more and more. And so anyway, so We'll go ahead, probably. I'll just take care of it. I'll call Frank's daughter.
Christine.
The legends.
Yeah,
Hey.
and just say, book it for that day. And you got to do it early, just like Sandy said, because a lot of reunions go on. And a lot of times then they'll book their place. So I have to do it early.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Hey,
So-
Tommy, I talked to Kristen this morning. She's up at Purdue today.
Oh.
Oh,
She and Tim are sitting right on the halfway mark.
Oh, my God.
They must have paid somebody a lot of money for tickets.
no, but they're IU fans, aren't they?
Yeah, but no, they went up there just to watch the game
Okay.
because it
Watch
means so
IU
much to
and
both
Purdue.
teams.
Cool.
Okay. I don't think if I were an IU fan, I'd want to be up there.
No.
Yeah,
Those Purdue fans are pretty mean.
Yeah.
well, I sent her a message this morning, reminded her of a couple things, and she said, no, we're on the way to Purdue to Mackey Arena right now. We're at some restaurant that everybody goes to before the game. She and her husband, Tim, were going out.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Well, Bob, I will say you stay in touch with a lot of people.
He does.
Yes, you do.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the things that keeps me going, quite honestly, guys. It's,
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that historic Richmond on Facebook, I'm telling you, they have brought back some
Isn't
really
that amazing,
good
Jean? Yeah,
memories
yeah.
of seeing those streets downtown. Like I'd forgotten about Schiff Shoe being up by Nolenberg's with.
Oh,
Rolo
yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I worked at Ship Shoes once.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
did you? That is the best thing on Facebook, honestly. It just brings back so many memories.
Mhm.
Do you remember the Jack Everly shoe store?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Beverly's.
Of course, he's been
Yeah.
gone for years, but his son is in charge of, I think, the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra plus other things.
Dr. anything?
Kidding me. That's.
We just lost our conductor for the Richmond Symphony, just retired after 25 years. He was very good. But one of them that we're interviewing is Jack Everly's son.
Oh, really?
Good.
Oh, my
The other
God.
one is Mike Kendall's son, who is in the running
Oh,
for.
my goodness.
Who is it?
It's Mike Kendall's
Hmm.
son.
My
Matt.
God.
Married to Dottie Patterson, and
Mhm.
that is his wife, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
I
used-
don't know. if There is a symphony tonight, but I think tonight is just kind of a substitute, so it'll be interesting. But
Yeah. Are you going?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I actually get 2 tickets. I like to control who sits next to me, especially with COVID. It's been nice, but I always get 2 tickets, and then I can just kind of choose who sits next to me. But
Nice.
The Jack Everly,
The
who's
conductor.
a big deal conductor. I'm not sure he's in charge of the Indianapolis Symphony, but he
It's-
definitely is
yeah.
the Pops.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
it.
He's
Yeah.
in charge of the Pops, and
it's Matt
he is-
Kramer. Matt Kramer was the other one. It's Melanie Kramer's. It's their son. It's Mike Kendall. No, it's not Mike Kendall. It's Melanie is Mike Kendall's sister, and that's whose son it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Melody's son. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Right.
I
right.
got you, yeah.
Mhm.
He actually went through school with my Matthew, and they were both in music. My son was a trumpet performance major, and their son was a violin major. Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Down to time, minute and a half to go.
Oh, geez, come on. Okay.
Send him a
lot can
message,
happen
Bob.
Yes.
Hey, Tommy, where's Tom and Betsy today?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to tell you. Oh, gosh. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
They have been on a, month long?
Oh, yeah.
They've
Month-long.
been on a month-long trip because weren't they on the last time and they said they were getting
They were
ready to leave?
leaving.
Yes.
They were gonna leave.
Yes. Mhm.
And I got did you guys get that email I sent out this morning?
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes.
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 Thank
Her
you.
son about Ukraine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you remember, he's in Munich, but his wife is from Poland. So
Mhm.
it's really close to home for them. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I got that yesterday and then I got a separate message from her. And they were in West Virginia and they were going to leave today and go somewhere else and stop. But they're supposed to come through here on Monday And so we are going to have lunch with them
Yeah,
on Monday.
On Monday.
So sometime between 11 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
awesome, yeah.
And we picked a place so it's right off the interstate for them, so that, you know, 2 minutes and they're there, and we can have a nice lunch, and then they can just hop right back on and head on up to Wisconsin.
So they're driving for this whole trip?
Uh-huh.
And if you
They are
recall-
road warriors when it comes to travel.
Oh, I know it,
Hard to
yeah.
learn.
but you know, they're in that Tesla.
Yeah.
And although if you remember, they're not in their Tesla
Yeah, they're in a loaner.
because their Tesla's battery blew up. And so
Oh.
Tesla gave them another Tesla.
A loaner Tesla to
Tesla.
run around in.
Wow.
So they're doing all this traveling and not putting any miles on their car.
That's good.
That's good.
They have to
Calm
wait.
down to just under a minute.
Ah,
67,
Oh, look,
65,
Harvey,
just under a
Harvey
minute.
laughed.
Harvey said, "Hey, I can't stand it. I'm
He's
gonna walk this
watching.
out."
Yeah, Harvey said heck with you guys, right?
yep, yep,
Well,
yep.
he can't take it.
He can't
He
take
doesn't
it.
want us to see him cry.
Yeah.
People get so serious. I don't know whether I told you this or not, but I went to Pilates class a couple weeks ago and I wore my usual black pants and a kind of a goldy sweater. And everybody gave me a hard time the whole Pilates because they're all IU fans. Didn't even
Yeah, Purdue. Colin.
Oh,
Purdue colors.
Yeah, you got to think ahead on stuff like that.
You can't do that. You
Uh-uh.
can't do that, Vicky.
I won't again.
okay.
Now, Dave, since we were reminiscing about places that we used to go when we were kids, what was the name of the burger place that was up near where you lived there on Boston Pike?
That was the
Hillman's.
Hilterman's Dairy Farm.
Hillman's.
Hilderman.
Hilderman's. Yeah.
Hilderman. Yeah,
Hilderman.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
anybody
Boston
else
Pike.
know about Hilderman's?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
He did. Those two.
So
Down by
it was
Raleigh
like-
School.
It was
Right.
like, where did you have to live in Richmond to know about Hilderman's?
Oh,
Well, I
Hilderman,
lived on
yes.
Peacock Road, but we were on the side of the street that was in the county. So they
Okay.
bused us to Riley, and so
Yeah.
we knew about it.
I rode
And
right by there, yeah.
so, and then, you know, once we knew about that, our family would go down there and they had great burgers and shakes and stuff.
Oh, yeah, they had really good, and their burger, I mean, it was kind of like a stack burger
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
but it was very different and it was really good.
What's up?
What happened, Bob?
Wait a minute,
Wait.
down 2 with 43 seconds to go.
Gee.
Oh, down to Durham.
Who's got the ball?
Come on in. Let's start home.
Oh, who's this, Bob?
What's that?
Who's this?
Sam Witherby and his wife Sandy are in the building.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
Well, hi,
Hi,
Sam.
sir.
Nice.
Sam Witherby, I'll be darned. Does he know what's going on here, Bob?
Vicky,
Hi,
Sandy.
Hi.
And then Tom Porter was a football player at University of Toledo, yeah.
Hey, Tom.
How's it
Tom,
going,
you guys on
Sam?
South 15th.
Well, his brother was in my class.
IU's got the ball down to 41 seconds.
Come on.
Oh, boy.
Mm-mm.
Got a foul going to the line for 2.
Gonna be overtime.
Oh, yeah?
Any word on Ron DeMeo today?
I think he said he's kind of taking his time. He did really well yesterday.
Oh, gosh, okay.
I talked to Vicky yesterday. She thought he was doing better, so she went back to work in Centerville yesterday. But he called her just as I was talking to her, saying he needed her back at the hospital, and I haven't heard anything since then.
And you're talking about Ron DeMeo?
I didn't miss that. I didn't hear anything about that.
Sandy Witherby has heard from her.
Yeah, she called.
Okay,
me
Sandy?
and said
So what is the update?
worst.
I didn't hear that. I missed it. Sandy, this is Sandy.
I know, hi. He's
Hi.
taking a turn for the worst today. Yesterday was real good. Today's the opposite, she said.
He's been in there 10 days with pneumonia, and he only has 20% of his heart working.
Right.
Oh,
Vicky,
geez.
who's-
Very serious.
Tom, who was that? I didn't hear who that was.
Ron DeMeo.
Ron DeMeo, do you know
Oh.
him?
Oh,
Yeah. How old is he, Vicky? I know he's older than that.
He's 80.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 years old.
They-
Yeah. He's 10 years older than I am. He's down below 10
Yeah, I think
years.
he's 87 or something.
Vicky told me he was 86 yesterday, because I asked.
Okay, I knew he was about 10 years older than she
His
was.
birthday's June the 6th.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I just know
thought
the
it was
name.
bad yesterday when he called her personally at school and told her to get to the hospital. It was a little-
Oh, yeah. That's,
Well, it is,
Okay, Bob, what's happening?
14 seconds. IU's got the ball out of bounds,
Really? Hmm.
and let's see what happens.
And we're still down 2?
Purdue steals the inbound.
Oh, geez. Oh, my
That's the
God.
end of that.
Yep, 11 seconds now.
Probably gonna
Okay.
foul.
oh,
They're going the foul line. They had to foul. Yeah.
And they were down 2?
Down 2, shooting 2.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
To
Well, okay.
be continued.
All right. Dave Harold, one more thing. So,
Where's Tom,
Go
where's Susie at today?
Where's Susie?
Susie sent me a message, and she was going to something today. She always tells me when she's
Yeah,
not going to
she was
be
gonna
here.
do something.
Tuffy's niece.
And
Going partying.
I can't remember what it was, but it was some kind of a function she was going
Yeah.
to.
I was sorry to see that her brother had passed away a few weeks ago, but didn't really.
Wait, which
Boy.
Susie?
Is her last
She was a little
Susie,
short
is it
blonde hair,
Susie
about
Demas,
seven.
Is her name Ross?
No,
No.
Okay, there
that's
was a
Susie
different
Endicott.
Yeah,
Okay.
her,
Okay.
yeah, her maiden name is
Mary
Endicott.
Alice's
Susie Endicott.
sister's daughter. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Susie Endicott. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was a Susie Demas and I had them, the two of them mixed up.
Oh, Sue Demas.
yeah, there is
Yeah, I
a
remember.
Susie.
I remember
And
her.
brother recently passed away. Her other
No,
brother.
she
did
lost
have
another brother.
Dave Demas'
passed away.
Now that Sue Demas may be somebody that we have not been able to find here. Well, let me look here.
She still lives up there by Frank. I'm pretty sure.
N. What's N mean?
In
All these people are N's.
meaning,
Who knows? He's
I
got a
don't know.
code, but he doesn't know what it means.
I forget what my code means.
He doesn't write it down.
I've got an N by Mark Dooning, so that means,
Yeah.
and I've got an N by Jane Kopic, so that means, it must mean that we had trouble finding them and then we found them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you ever hear anything from Jane Weiniger anymore?
No, we haven't heard from her since she was on the last time,
That one time, yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah. And Jane, if you're out there, we're wondering about you. Hope you're okay.
Yeah, sign on next
We
time.
wouldn't mind the little red haired girl getting on once in a
That's
while.
right.
And we're sure that you're out there keeping people out of jail. I don't think she's on the side where she puts people in jail, is she?
I don't remember.
She's a prosecuting attorney.
Oh, she
She is a prosecutor.
Okay.
Oh,
She's
okay.
Yeah,
as
she
a
is.
prosecuting attorney. She
Okay.
puts them in there.
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay. I forget that when she went out there, she went out because of some certain kind of law.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And I'm
either.
forgetting now what it is.
Yeah,
Mm,
But it was kind of different from what she'd been doing in Richmond.
yes.
mm. Because I was surprised when we found out that's where she was. I knew I hadn't seen her around here for a while, but I had no idea she'd moved out there.
Yeah. Now, is it Nebraska?
Some.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Lincoln, Nebraska. Okay. Now, Dave Harold,
Glad somebody remembers.
I'm assuming that during the winter, you couldn't do the sailboat thing with the vets. Are you going to be picking that up again? And if so, when do you do that?
Yeah, it's still too cold for me. It's 70, but it feels like 50 here right now.
Yeah.
But I'll pick it up probably next month.
Oh, really? That soon?
Hey,
Yeah, he was an original partner with George S. Howell.
And then I'm going to start doing this warrior sailing, which goes around the whole
Those
country.
guys moved in and out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
bigger boats,
And his
Peter Boat.
wife,
like a
her dad
65-foot
was
sailboat.
Tilford Simpson.
Hey, Bob, is it over?
No.
No, still down 2, Tom.
Somebody's been starting.
6 seconds to go.
6 seconds.
And who's got the ball?
Miss free throw, IU's got the ball.
Oh, Oh.
No, yeah.
Lose by 2.
Oh,
Wow.
okay,
That's
switch
horrible.
to the women, switch to the women.
Her dad ran J.C. Penney.
All right.
And they were the people that had
Well,
great
listen, I
Christmases
appreciate all the
always.
input that you guys gave me
On
about
19th Street, is that right, Sam?
the,
Yeah, the,
what?
the.
They appreciate the input on the reunion. And I tell you what, based on what you were telling me, Vicky, you and Sandy about Forest Hills, I'll look into that.
Or
We have-
if you need me to do anything, Tom, I certainly will, you know.
Okay, but you know, as you recall, we had it there for the 50th.
Right.
That was
And-
nice. I
Yeah, it
remember
was
that.
nice.
And it
Just
was-
be glad to talk to anybody.
Okay,
Hey, John, they have a new contact person over there named Nikki Brock.
yeah, I think Vicky knows that
Mhm.
person. don't
Yeah.
you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well,
she's
and
not too so much.
You know what, Sandy Witherby knows, well, and Sam too.
Wendy, her
They're
name's
members, so they know about it.
Sorry, Lindy, yeah.
It's Wendy,
Not Nikki, Lindi.
yeah.
Hey, Sam.
She's gonna be real nice.
Hey, Sam Weatherby. Are you still as tall as you used to be?
Oh, I think I'm shrinking.
Yeah. I remember you being a real big, tall guy. Now, did Sam refresh my memory? But didn't you speak at the funeral for Dick Houston?
Yeah, I went over to that, yes.
And you weren't
His
you
brother
wearing?
Jim.
Yeah, with my brother.
Oh, that was your brother that
Okay.
did.
Well, Jim and Dick were closer than Dick and I, because they were
Yeah.
close to the same age.
Yeah.
I was a
Okay.
couple years behind them.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that
Yeah.
now, where he was wearing the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Are you winning up by 6, Tom?
Say that again.
Are you winning up by 6 with a minute to go in the second quarter?
Great. Well, we'll have to flip that over. I've got Jane Ann and I have to leave here when we finish up and take my business partner's car out to the airport. I don't think she was anticipating getting in quite as late as it turns out now. She's going to get in late. And there's a chance that when she gets in, she might not be able to get Uber or a cab.
Yeah.
That
They
happened to
just
some.
quit working.
Yeah, that happened to some friends of ours when they came back from St. Croix. They got in about midnight and they couldn't get a cab or Uber, and they had to stay in the Indianapolis airport overnight.
Oh, no.
So I said something to her about it, and she says, "Oh my gosh," she says, "Yeah," she said, "We've got 2 connections.
Oh, geez.
They go through,
Yeah, Kelly's over there.
gosh, I forget. I think it's Salt Lake and then Detroit and then here. And there's a good chance that they
There
could
he
get
is.
delayed." Harvey, it
God
didn't
bless.
do any good for you to get off,
God
man.
bless, you know,
Yeah.
they played pretty well. Don't
So-
play at the end, and they played okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna
Yeah,
take,
she's doing.
Take a tour to the airport.
yeah, we're gonna take her car out to the airport and leave it in the valet parking, and then they'll get there and they can have
Fun,
their
fun,
car.
fun.
Anyway,
She went up.
where's Harvey?
Yeah.
Did you get the Big Ten Network?
As part
there?
of this whole thing.
Today's game was ESPN.
But I mean, can you get Big Ten
Oh, yeah, I
Network?
get it. I get it. For some reason, they don't have it in high def, so the picture isn't quite as good. But yeah,
She's a
I
great.
think I pay a little
great
extra to get the Big Ten Network so I can watch them most of the time.
Okay, so then you're gonna flip over to the IU women now?
I might, I'm not sure.
Hey, they're ranked number 5.
I know. They're pretty good.
Okay, all right.
They've got, one of their ladies is engaged to one of the stars on the Wisconsin team,
She's
on the
already.
men's team.
Oh.
They did a thing on that once. I don't like this guy from Wisconsin. He's kind of, he's good, but I don't like this guy after watching him beat IU a few times.
Sam Rising.
But anyway, they had this story one night on this couple. They're a nice couple.
Okay, cool. Well, you guys, if you don't mind, we'll kind of close it off today.
Yeah.
So we can head to the airport, and then we are set to go.
Hopefully.
Let's see, in April, it will be April the 2nd at 3 o'clock.
Okay, thanks for doing this.
Yeah. and,
Yeah, thank you.
Between now and then, though, I think I probably will go ahead and set up the luncheon at, what's
Frank's
it?
Place. I don't know what it's
Frank's
called.
Place. What's it called again? Where's Gene? Did Gene drop off?
Legends.
The
It's called
Legends.
Legends.
Yeah.
I always just think of the South Side Barn Grill or
Yeah,
something.
I-
The Legends. But anyway, I'll set
Mhm.
that up for a luncheon. Do you guys have a preference on either Friday or Saturday? Which do you think's better? Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter to me, man.
Okay,
Well, doesn't matter to me.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm asking, yeah, mostly the Richmond
Be quiet,
folks,
Jim.
because it's mostly, this is mostly a Richmond party. Gene, do you have a preference as to whether or not it's
Friday or Saturday.
Friday or Saturday when we have the luncheon?
Doesn't matter to me either way.
Okay,
Okay.
That
Now, I
far out, my
noticed that-
calendar is probably pretty clear.
okay. Now, Gene, I
Unless they're
noticed that you were,
busier one time on maybe they're busier on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know. You need to ask them
yeah,
which day's
I'll
better.
ask them.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion, Sandy. Thank you.
Mhm.
And by the way, one last thing, it was Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday this past week.
Yes.
Did anybody get a king cake to celebrate? Do you know what a king cake is?
No,
Yes, but I did.
Yeah.
I know what it is, but
They have the baby in it, but we
Yeah.
didn't get one.
We had a
Did you
Mardi
get
Gras parade and a Mardi Gras dance Saturday night, and we had king.
Okay.
And you had
All
king
right.
cake. Then, Vicky, did you say you got a king cake?
No, I don't really like them. I didn't get one.
Oh, well, I tell you what,
Tom gets to eat it all.
I went over to Kroger's. I go to Kroger on Tuesday morning. That's one of the things on this pandemic that now I get to do the grocery shopping. So I always try to do it on Tuesday morning, and by golly, and I always buy this French bread and have it sliced. And I went around behind there. I said, "Hey, can you slice this?" And I look at this, and it's like, they got all these king cakes sitting there. And they had just on CBS Sunday Morning, the previous Sunday,
Mhm.
had done a whole big thing on king cakes. I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. And I said, "Well, why don't you have these sitting out?" She says, "Oh, we only make them on request." I said,
Oh.
"How would you even know to request this?" So anyway, I got a king cake.
He talked around.
And
it.
by golly, I couldn't have believed it that Kroger actually did it. And
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
A really good king cake. And it had the little baby on it, had all the beads. It's got, it's got the gold, the green, and the purple. I mean, it's good.
Well,
So
if you ate the whole thing, we know then that you found the baby.
Yeah.
I found the baby. Well, they didn't have it hidden.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so let's see. Well, okay,
22.
does anybody have a last minute story? Where's Bobby?
No,
Well, I
he's
cut him off.
talking.
Here,
okay.
Asked to unmute.
ask to unmute. There you go.
Only he's talking.
Oh, he's still.
He's still talking.
He's got
Bobby,
visitors.
We'll
I'm
talk.
trying to
Hey.
unmute you, Bob. Bob, somehow you got muted, but anyway.
Unmuted him.
Yeah. Well, hey, is anybody watching the Carolina Duke game today?
No,
It's
but we
like-
should.
Hello.
Mike
Isn't it
Krzyzewski's last,
Yes,
What, Mike
Which case
Krzyzewski?
yeah.
he's retiring. It's his
Yes,
last
yeah.
time coaching
Right.
Oh.
in the
really?
Duke facility, in the Duke thing.
And the
Okay.
tickets are
tickets-
like, yeah,
The cheap
go ahead.
tickets were $2,900.
Uh-huh.
Woo!
Is that
I'm
all?
watching it on TV.
Yeah, that was
Really? Now so you are a Duke fan?
No, absolutely not.
Well,
But all my kids went to Carolina, but
Okay.
but I mean, you gotta give the guy tribute. He's been
Yeah.
a successful coach and a great guy for how many
Yes.
years?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I don't want him to win, but I want to watch.
Yeah, and he was a protege of Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay, I was kind of trying to hold this off until we got to 4:20,
Oh.
but we're close enough. So let's just pretend it's 4:20. I used to say, smoke them if you don't smoke them if you got them. Don't do that.
Eat brownies.
But yeah, you can eat a gummy, eat a brownie, or go start early on the wine or the booze.
Okay.
And we'll see you next month.
I'll go eat
Okay,
lunch.
thanks,
All
Tommy.
right, great.
Hey, thanks, guys. Everybody see you later.
Yeah, good luck, Nancy, with the leg.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Safe,
Y'all
stay
have a
healthy.
good week.
Bye-bye.
Love you
Okay,
guys.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. Thanks.
Yeah. See you, Bob.
See you, Bob.
See you guys.
See you,
See ya.
Sam. Okay.
Oh.
In meeting for all.